All right, it's Friday night. We're back. 7 o'clock. 2 minutes in the evening. It's just 2 minutes after 7. 7:02 p.m. 7 o'clock and 2 minutes p.m. East Coast time. United States of America. That's where I'm at. East Coast. So for me it's 7:02 p.m. For you might be, I don't know, 6:02, 5:02. If you're in Pacific West Coast, probably 4:02. Okay. So I'm on the East Coast of the United States of America, as you all know. So for me it's 7 in the evening, 7 p.m. I always believe like the best time for me to live stream, it's around 7 o'clock, because I figure that's where a majority will be able to see the live stream anyway, you know. That's what I think, you know. All right, so now that we have established what time it is and where I'm at, I'm sure you guys already know. East Coast, USA. If you watched my previous part 3, then you know where I'm at. Okay, I met with this Animency. Animency are like these. They're like mages. They make magic and all that stuff, I guess. No, they're not mages. Hold on. They're more like holistic medicine. They're into like a holistic medicine. They create potions and cures. So she's not a mage. My bad. I apologize. She's not a mage. She's just into like creating potions, trying to figure out the cure for this plague that has infected the living lands. You know, one thing I noticed about this game, there is no rain. There's no snow, which is kind of interesting. Not that it matters, but kind of interesting. So anyway, we need to speak to Giatta. Giatta will be part of our crew, so now we'll have 3 people joining us instead of 2. And having more people on your crew, it's better. It's easier to fight the enemies. Especially having her on my side, she can heal me much quicker, much faster. One thing I would recommend to people playing this game, as I said yesterday, do the side missions. Do as many side missions as you can before doing the main missions, before doing the main missions. That's what I would suggest. Alright, so let's go talk to Giatta. She will be part of my crew. I'm on the Xbox Series X. On the quality mode, and looks pretty good. I haven't had any issues playing this on the Xbox Series X. Runs pretty good. Dolby Vision looks fantastic on the OLED. No complaints here. I know it's 30 FPS on quality mode, but you don't have to use a quality mode. You could use balance mode and performance mode. I choose to go with the quality mode because I want to enjoy the detail in the game. Wow, look at this, man. By the way, this is Unreal Engine 5. Should I talk to him? Governor?
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giatta is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fior Messiverno.
Hey man, look, I understand. This is your town, you're the governor. You make decisions, you run the show, I understand. You're the boss. You decide who stays, who goes.
Koichi wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald's stay, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him.
So, do you mind if I work with Giatta?
Be my guest. Take her away from here. As far as I'm concerned, she's your responsibility.
He reminds me of a lieutenant I served under. Led us into a trap because he wouldn't admit his maps were wrong.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run.
Alright, he clearly has a beef with her. He doesn't want her. Hey man, it's all good. Like I said, it's your town, you're the boss. You don't want her here, hey. That's your decision. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. It's your show. You're the captain of the ship, We have to respect that, We don't have to agree with it, but hey, it's his show. He's the governor. He's the governor. He just You see, like, how many times she wrote him a letter. Her research points to the inevitable conclusion that the harvest will fail. Before you ignore me again, read on. Listen, my father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that much. What do you think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. I think he's just this guy, this governor is just a, you know, he has his own beliefs and he sticks to his own beliefs and he doesn't want to buy into what she's selling because apparently there's not enough evidence according to him. So that's how he feels. But you know what? I think this is just part of the story because we just need her to be part of our crew because she's also a very important part of the characters that are part of your crew, part of the envoy crew. So this is kind of like this was done on purpose, where she has a disagreement with governor, and you know he doesn't want her here, and now she goes with me. This also reminds me, like, Dragon's Age. I mean, I don't want to like constantly compare this to Dragon's Age, but there's so much like similarities to Dragon Age and this game, you know. Okay. Oh man, I'm still sleepy. This coffee's not helping. Oh man, I'm so tired. Lately, I haven't been able to sleep properly, man. Like I'm sleeping, but I'm waking up. It's you know, the worst sleep is when you're not sleeping like continuously for like 8 hours. When you're kind of sleeping 1 hour, then turn around, you're like waking up again, and sleep another hour, wake up, turn around again, move around, start thinking, and then go back to the bed again, and wake up in another 2 hours, and you're like start moving around in the bed, and left and right, and then it's like that kind of a sleep. It's not like, you know, I wish that I could have like full 8 hours of sleep interrupted, where it's just like a nice dreams and like 8 hours like a proper sleep, man. I haven't been able to get that kind of a sleep, man. It's just driving me crazy. Because I mean, sure, I did sleep here and there. I mean, I did sleep, but I didn't sleep like properly, like continuously, like for like 8 hours, you know what I mean? That's the kind of sleep, like deep sleep, you know, without any interruptions, like just like 8 hours deep sleep, man. That's the kind of sleep I want, man. But anyway, let's continue. Alright, let's talk to Giatta. Giatta. Oh, nice. Nice balcony, huh? Where's Giatta? Giatta. I figured this is her place. This is her bed. I've finally done it. I'm studying at the academy. My dreams come true. The equipment here far exceeds anything available to me at home. And the knowledge, my colleagues are also brilliant. One has even offered me a great boon. Oli says he has a way of enchanting one's trousers to elevate one's performance in the bedroom. What? 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 Am I reading this right? Are we talking about what I think we're talking about? Is this Viagra? God, hold on. Is this some sort of Viagra? Oli says he has a way of enchanting one's trousers to elevate one's performance in the bedroom. He says it's still experimental and I mustn't tell anybody. But he promises results. Perhaps I shall find a lover for keeps within this bastion of animancy and kindness. Okay. Alright. So she's working on some sort of Viagra potion. Maybe I will be her lover. Who knows, dude? Maybe this is where we'll make love, right here on this bed. Who knows? We'll see what happens, you know. I don't think there's any romance in here. From what I understand, I think Andrew told me there aren't any romances. And if that's true, well, that really is disappointing because it's a mature game. It's for the adults. Like, if the game, here's what I understand. If you're gonna rate this game mature and you're gonna use profanity, words like F, you know, I don't want to say it, but you know what the word F means, profanity. And you're gonna use the F words, and it's for the mature. But you will not have any romance in it. I just don't get that. I just don't understand that. Like I don't understand the logic in that. Like the logic just doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, it's the developer's decision. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe there's a romance, but I don't know. So far, I haven't seen any. And if there's no romance, well, that really that sucks, and I don't understand why. I mean, you look at Dragon's Age, there's a romance. You look at Mass Effect, there's a romance. You look at Baldur's Gate, dude, Baldur's Gate 3. Are you kidding me? More than just a romance. More than just a romance. But we're not going to include romance here. In this one? Why? It's rated mature? Like, what's the problem? What's the issue? I don't know. Ask developers. Don't ask me, right? That's for developers to answer. I just don't get it, you know. But maybe there is a romance. I don't know. But so far, I haven't heard. I haven't seen. I haven't heard anyone talking about it. Because if there was a romance, someone already would have said something on a Reddit. Someone would have posted photos on the internet. Someone would have a video on the YouTube, right? And they would upload the video on the YouTube. But so far, I haven't seen anything. You know. Anyway, it's not that important. But I'm just simply saying, like, it's a mature game. It's for the mature audience. You are comfortable using the F word in a game, but you're not comfortable with the romance. Like, anyway, whatever. Yeah. Alright, let's talk to Giatta. Where is she? Is she supposed to be here? Where did she go? Oh, there she is.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Hey, Giatta.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giatta, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Well, let me get into my John Wick character. Even though, oh man, I still feel sleepy. People in power rarely want to hear the truth. Remember, they're on a high horse. They're riding that high horse. Or should I use the Machiavelli? Remember what Machiavelli said. The absolute power corrupts absolutely. Or something like that.
I want to live in his version of Fior Messiverno. But instead, I'm stuck here, in reality.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
You stuck to your principles. That's what matters.
I wish I could take credit for Giatta's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Oh, well, once we cure it, or once we cured it, what's next for you?
A good question with a good answer. For now, I shouldn't bother you with the details. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Me, what is there to say about me? I'm like a monolith. You ever seen that movie? 2001, A Space Odyssey? They discover a monolith on the moon. And once they approached the monolith, it started making all this pitching noise. So that's me. A monolith. A big mystery.
Likewise, they should be educational for us both. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been hearing. Godlike like me. You think there might be a connection? You're looking at me as though I'm some kind of experiment. You know, sometimes I get that feeling too. When people look at me. As if I'm sort of a experiment to be experimented on. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that mystique, mystery. You know, it's like a unknown, forbidden fruit. Ooh, I never tasted this fruit before. I was like, interesting. Let's see. Let's check it out. I don't know how people look at what people think of me. I don't know. But I do get some interesting vibes. I don't want to say weird vibes, but I do get some kind of like interesting vibes, like the way people look at me. It's like, I mean, they like me, clearly. If they didn't like me, they wouldn't be talking to me. They wouldn't be, you know, hanging out with me. But it's kind of like, you know, I get that vibe where people are like, I like you, but I like to keep my distance. It's like that kind of relationship. Like, I like you, but I like to keep my distance. You know, it's almost like a pet project. You know, I like you, but I want to do it from a distance. I just want to look at this experiment. I don't know. Do you guys ever get that kind of I don't know, that's just the way I'm reading people these days, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I have a lot of friends. But they all kind of give me that same vibe, like I like you, but I like to keep my distance. You know, which is fine, dude. I mean, it doesn't bother me, dude. It really doesn't. People have a right to think what they want to think, you know. That's their choice. That's not my problem, you know. But I do kind of feel like this guy in a game. Like the way people are asking questions. Like I'm nothing special. I'm just a regular guy. You know. That's it. Nothing super extraordinary. You know. So you think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me
by helping you pack. I know. Listen. This John Wick face, and this John Wick voice, it has a certain effect on ladies, believe me. I don't know what it is, but it just has some sort of effect. So I'll help you pack, don't worry.
No, sorry. I don't know what came over me.
I know exactly what came over you.
This is the end. I have to leave Fior, Miss Iverno. Forever.
Nothing ever ends. Think of it as a new beginning with a new friends. And a new experience, a new journey. Right?
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare a squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Let him grouse. His good opinion means nothing to me anymore. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Well, it sounds like I have my work cut out for me.
We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial envoy, research assistant. Who knew?
Let's consult with Eli. It's under B.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already thrown. Really? Huh. And when did that happen? Can't say as I remember. You, my friend, need some water.
You there! You look like you know where you're going.
Who, me?
Can you tell me the way to Fior's market?
You're already here.
This isn't a market. It's a bunch of hungry people standing around. Are you sure? Oh no. That's the gate they told me to look for. What happened here?
Did no one tell you what's been going on?
We've had our own dream thralls to deal with. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line.
There's a dock south of the city. You might find other traders there.
That's not a bad idea. I'll still have to face my boss, but maybe this will buy me time. I'll think of something. Thanks anyway.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it to you.
Tell me another solution that would be half as efficient as that.
Why is it somehow worse when the Revenants aren't trying to kill you?
A godlike in Emerald's Den. Well, maybe our luck's improving. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
What happened here?
Sorry, I've been on my own for a while, and I forget how unusual this looks. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
Certainly not. You're using the undead for labor? You mean like you're harvesting? What? Are you harvesting them?
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
Before I do that, Giatta wants your opinion on the Dream Scourge.
Giatta Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
I'm afraid he did.
He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
Let me guess. Silvo isn't a cow or a goat.
Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put the poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has gone.
I'll take care of Silvo. I'll make it quick.
Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a Revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Take your best shot. I sprained my shoulder.
All right. We did our job. Let's go back.
I saw you reach into Beatrice. Find anything interesting?
It looks like Beatrice ate some spoiled crops.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
And what's with all the equipment around the farms?
We're animancers. Hooking up equipment and seeing what happens is what we do. You see, the living lands is rich with essence, the energy of souls. We channel this energy into our fields, and that's why Emerald's there is the breadbasket of the living lands.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive. Creepy, but poetic.
But as you can see, we've been dealing with some irregularities.
Channeling souls into your crops. It's unconventional, but brilliant. I don't know. I mean, don't you think this whole thing is kind of weird? I mean, you want to control something that you don't even understand completely.
Spoken like a true adherent. Traditional farms depend on water, sunlight, and the mercy of insects. What you see here is no different. Animancy can change the world, but it's an uphill climb. People don't trust what they don't understand.
Well, anyway, I dealt with Silvo.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
You promised me some answers.
So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
So you haven't shared these findings with anyone?
And end up like Giatta. No, thank you. The corpses, they need me. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Fascinating. But the godlike like me, I'm not even sure what am I supposed to do. But I guess I will find out.
Seems a little far-fetched. Then again, what isn't these days? You're a godlike, so anything is possible. Perhaps your nature will grant you more answers.
Interesting. Like I said, I'm a monolith, you know. If you know the word monolith, then you probably know what that means. Anyway, fascinating story. I'm sure Giatta will be interested to hear this.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giatta are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare.
Ooh, level up 9. Nice.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
It just feels kind of wrong. I don't know. Can the dead just be dead? She's using the dead. It's like living dead. It's like, I don't know, man. It just feels wrong. Yeah, it just doesn't sit right by me. Let's go talk to Yvette and Remy.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or not? Yvette, look what I found! A genuine godlike.
Oh my gods, Remy, it's finally happening.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Oh my god. This is what I was talking about. people like me, but they like to keep a distance. They're treating me like some kind of an alien experiment. Let me just play along.
Remy, take a note. The endangered godlike's vacant gaze betrays an unquenchable thirst for violence. We heard that Giatta partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
Why are you talking at me like I'm some kind of a... Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I was talking about earlier. Even in real life, dude, sometimes the way people talk to you, it's like they're looking at you like some kind of a space alien, you know?
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giatta must have sent you to be our test subject. She
Oh,
knows how
God.
we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giatta needs to finish her research. Deal?
So wait, I'm going to be... What is like an Area 51? I'm going to be a specimen? You're going to experiment on me? Jesus Christ. Well, that depends on what you want from me.
We want to know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
Don't you ever feel like, you know, that like you're different, like you stand out, like you don't fit in the crowd? Like, have you ever like felt that way? You go to a party or you go to like the gathering, right? And you see everybody, you know, mingling and all that, and you like just don't fit in. You're like, It's almost like you don't belong. Like you don't even feel like you're part of that crowd. Did you ever guys have that kind of feeling? And then when you talk to people, and when you listen to them, it's like you can't even get into a conversation because you just, it's almost like they're. It's like, I mean, they hear you, but they're not they hear you, but they hear you as a noise, not as like, oh, we interpret what you mean. What you're saying, we get it, we understand. It's like, I don't know, dude. Lately, I've been getting that kind of feeling, man, around people. It's like, that's why most of the time I'm just observing. I was like, I'll let people talk. I was like, no, just keep on talking, because I feel like if I'm talking to someone, it's just like I'm wasting my oxygen. I'm wasting my time. It's like they're just hearing noise. They're not even trying to connect to what I'm saying, I don't know, man. It's like maybe just me. Maybe just, you know what it is? Maybe because I'm getting older, the world has changed. I don't know. It's a new generation. The world has changed. Maybe that's what it is. Because I'm an older generation, I'm 46, man. I'm old. And I come from a different generation. Maybe that's what it is, man. I think the world has changed. I mean, Jesus H. Christ. You don't say, do you? Just look around you, man. The world, the people have changed, man. I mean, humans in general have changed, and it's just getting kind of like more stranger and stranger and weirder, you know. Like interaction with people in general has become odd. Like the way we interact with each other, the way we talk to each other, and the way people are labeling you immediately. Like you constantly get labeled, you constantly get judged, like the way you look, the way you talk. And these individuals don't even know you personally. They don't know what your life is like and what you've been through, none of that. And they're just like right away label, judgment. You know, it's a very strange world we live in, man. You know, so that's why for me, like, it's so hard to socialize with people. You know, that's why what I said earlier, it's like I'm getting this vibe from people. It's not that they don't like me, don't get me wrong, I'm a very likable guy, people like me, but I feel like they like me as an experiment, as like some kind of a monolithic experiment. Like, we like you, but we like you as an experiment. We'll have this relationship, but from a distance, you know. We'll experiment this monolith from a distance, if you know what I mean. And this is why I think it's not just me. I think a lot of people are having a hard time fitting in these days because the way people have become. I mean, you look at like today's generation, and I just be honest. Like, you look at today's generation, they're raised by AI. They're raised by social media and TikTok. If you are raised by TikTok and you think you know about life and you're being raised by TikTok, we're in trouble. As a human species, man, we're in trouble. Social life comes with experiencing relationship in real life, like with a person. Not, I don't know. It's weird, man. Honestly, it's just like the world. It's so weird to me these days, man. It is so strange. It's super strange, man. Honestly. And I think this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't fit in. Because, like, how do you fit in, man? It's such a strange, bizarre behavior these days that you have from people. The way they're behaving, the way they are, you know. And it's funny, you know, the reason I'm talking about this, because you look at this game, and honestly, this is how it is in today's world. It's like people assume everything. They assume everything without any evidence, you know. And they easily throw these labels, right? They think you're this, they think you're that, because it's easy to label. Because people are raised these days by social media to label everybody. Oh, you're woke, or you're this, or you're that. Automatically, you get to be labeled. Like labels, like the stickers are being labeled immediately. No matter where you go, you know. And even he says, well, what makes you think I'm a godlike? Maybe I'm not. How could you be so 100% certain? You know, just because I was appointed by the emperor to be the envoy doesn't mean that I am godlike. And what does that even mean, godlike? You know, what am I, son of God, or am I the chosen one? And how do you know I'm the chosen one? You know, and you know. So I like what this game is doing. It's questioning like our philosophical. This game tackles a lot of things. It certainly tackles religion. Certainly tackles science. You got the science versus religion here. the belief, leap of faith of a belief, it's very philosophical, and I think that's what makes it. Well, here we're talking about the, social aspect of how we are as humans now in 2025, right? How we have evolved, and I like how this game it's exploring that through this fantasy universe of this living land world, island.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
You see, that's exactly the problem. The labels. Some call you blessed. Some call you cursed. Oh man. When I used to have when I say we, I mean we used to have, me and my friends, in the past we used to have a podcast, and in the podcast we would talk about like this kind of stuff, the philosophy. Every time you go into philosophical questions, it goes into that rabbit hole. And here's the thing about philosophy. The one thing I have realized about philosophy, it truly never ends. If you want to be a philosopher, man, you can go on for hours and hours and days and months and months. And, the rabbit hole keeps going into the abyss of never-ending abyss of just like continuation of philosophical questions that never really give you a concrete like answer. You know what I mean? But it's fascinating to talk about it, one way or the other. Everything I see here is philosophical. This is everybody who's watching this. Listen, this is just my opinions. I'm just giving you my observation of the way I look at life. I don't expect you to agree with what I'm saying. I don't expect you to agree with my opinions. But remember, this is my opinions, my observation. This is the way I look at it. You might look at it differently. You might have a difference of opinion, which I'm sure you will. But I looked at it through a different, perspective, But that's based on my experience. See, that's the thing about everyone. Every and each individual will have a different experience in life. And every and each person will look at life through their perspective. Everything's a matter of perspective. This is the thing this is why people have arguments almost every day, on a daily basis. Arguments, because each individual is looking at life through their perspective. Well, here's the problem with that. My perspective, it's going to be different from your perspective, because my experience, it's something that you haven't experienced. So therefore, you do not understand what my perspective is. Your perspective and your experience is something that I haven't experienced, so I don't know what that perspective is. So every and each person has their own set of perspectives, and they all look at life based on their perspective because of their life experience, and they think in that way because that's their life experience. That's all they know. This is my life experience. This is all I know, and I think this is the way to live, right? This is the way everyone should live, right? And then the other person says, well, no, my life experience is different than yours, and I don't believe that's the way people should live. People should live the way I believe they should live through my experience and my perspective. And then you go to another person and she says, well, my experience is different than both of your experiences, and I believe that both of your perspectives are wrong, but my perspective is right because I have lived this kind of life. And then it never ends, and it continues into this like never-ending arguments, and it just never ends. But that's because everyone has their own perspective. There's 8.4 billion of different perspectives on this planet. So this is why I always tell people, don't expect everyone to agree with you. Just be prepared for that not everyone will like what you like. Not everyone will agree with what you agree. You just have to accept it, because every and each person has their own different experience and different perspective on life. So this is why people have a difficult time getting along, agreeing with each other. This is why people have conflicts. This is why people have a difficult time to find the common ground, to get together and then find the common ground, because of their perspectives. And it's these perspectives that put the boundaries on a lot of things. And this is why, we have a difficult time moving forward to achieve certain things, because of all of these perspectives. My perspective is right, yours is wrong, and therefore there goes the conflict, right? But anyway, that's just my observation.
So, you believe we need your help? Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
The godlikes cannot reproduce. Can these questions be more depressing? Honestly, it doesn't even really matter to me. How people will the way I look at it is this way. Everyone will have again, this goes back to what I was saying, perspectives. Everyone will have their own perspective of me, of you, of everyone. So why even care? Who cares? People will think of me in however they will think of me. And there's nothing I can do about that. It's just the way it is. That's just the nature of, that's just the law of the universe. People will have their perspectives and their opinions. But remember, that is not my problem. That is not my issue. I'm here to I exist, I'm here, and I'm here enjoying this experience and enjoying this journey. How people will remember me, it really doesn't matter. Because it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant because of people's perspective. Not everyone will agree with just one perspective, because there are many other perspectives. And some people will say, well, I don't feel that way about him. This also goes back to, you can't satisfy people. You can't satisfy everyone. There's too many of us here, 8.4 billion. You can't satisfy everyone. Just logically, scientifically and logically, that's not possible. That you are going to satisfy 8.4 billion people. That's just scientifically and logically not possible. Ever. Never. you know. But anyway, let's not dive into this philosophical, because you see, if we go into philosophicals, then we're going to be stuck here for a long time. You know. But it's I guess it's fun to talk about it. You know, maybe, I don't mean fun, but like intriguing. I guess it's intriguing to talk about it to a certain extent. And I think that's what makes this game intriguing. And again, this goes back to Dragon's Age, because Dragon Age and Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic, those three games have those three ingredients that I see in this game. Certainly, Dragon Age, Knights of the Old Republic, and Mass Effect combined together, all of those three games combined together, certainly Obsidian is borrowing from BioWare, because all of those three, they're BioWare games, right? BioWare, Dragon Age, Electronic Arts, Knights of the Old Republic, BioWare, Electronic Arts, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, and of course Electronic Arts, BioWare, Mass Effect. So you know, and of course Obsidian Entertainment, they have worked on the Knights of the Old Republic, so you know, let me double check on that. I want to make sure. I want to make sure, because I want to make sure I get it right. Just give me a second. Yeah, it was. They did. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, Obsidian Entertainment. Yep. Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. It's a role-playing video game developed by Obsidian Entertainment, which is the same Obsidian Entertainment that's developed Avowed, this game that you are looking at. To BioWare's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is a sequel, and was released for the Xbox on December 6, 2004, for Microsoft Windows, on February 8, 2005, okay, and Linux July 21st, 2015. All right. All right. Okay, so the game uses Odyssey engine, which was originally used in Knights of the Old Republic, the original. Writing first began before the original Knights of the Old Republic was released, and development began in October 2003 after BioWare offered Obsidian their Star Wars license due to being confident in their previous work. So of course Obsidian Entertainment, let's see what else they have done. But you see why I'm saying that there's definitely similarities between those three BioWare games that I mentioned. Dragon's Age, Knights of the Old Republic, and Mass Effect. So there's definitely you will feel it. Trust me, when you play this game, you will feel almost like, am I playing Dragon's Age, or am I playing Knights of the Old Republic? Am I playing Mass Effect? You most certainly get that feeling, you know. Sorry about this, guys. I just want to see what else they have worked on. Obsidian Entertainment. Oh, they worked on the Alpha Protocol. Oh my god. Such a great game. Alpha Protocol. Wait a minute. They worked on the Alpha Protocol. That's a great game, guys. I might have to find that game and play it for you. Jose, if you're watching, Alpha Protocol is really good. Oh my god, dude. Alpha Protocol is it's an espionage thriller. It's like Metal Gear, but more like a Splinter Cell, James Bond, Mission Impossible. It's like a mixture of James Bond, Mission Impossible, role-playing action game. Obsidian has done some great games, dude. They also have done Neverwinter Nights 2, The Outer Worlds. Yeah, man. Look. Obsidian Entertainment, man. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Sorry about that. I'm just reading something here. Hold on, let me see something. Wow, they do have Alpha Protocol. It's on Steam. You know, maybe one of these days I might do Alpha Protocol for you guys. You know, I'm surprised that they don't have it on Game Pass. Honestly, you know, I'm surprised that the Xbox is not able to bring this game on the Game Pass, to be honest with you. But we'll see. One of these days, I might actually. I might actually play this. It's only $20. One of these days, like I said, one of these days, because we have other games to play. But yeah, man, Alpha Protocol. It's pretty good. I did play Alpha Protocol. It was a long time ago. It's like 2010. Yeah, man, 2010. Pretty good game. Alpha Protocol. So yeah, anyway, let's continue.
Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, Godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giatta wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Give me some good news, will you?
The Dream Scourge is proof that an unprecedented metaphysical disaster can take place at any time.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. Sure beats not constantly worrying about the future.
How's that good news?
Giatta will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Wait, slow down. What does Adra have to do with Dream Scourge?
Of course. The idea is a bit high-minded. Adra acts like a pathway for souls as they rejoin the wheel.
And the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, is it not?
So, just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
One more question. What do I do about the entity tethered to my soul?
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
We could do both. Anything to work with the great Giatta Castel.
This is one of the Living Land's main export hubs. Or, it used to be.
Bleeding roll. Probably using me as an example. Pick on the new kid, you know? I'll be back out there.
Let's go.
Just like the good old days.
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fior obviously comes from using animancy.
We don't use animancy on our farms in Dodge. Our folks don't try to kill us.
Yeah, I pretty much brought that paper down, but...
Oh, I gotta remember to save the game, dude. The most important thing. Save the game.
You ever think, what if I wasn't a ranger?
Of course. What would you do?
Adol, welcome to the fine establishment I meet.
But I make no money.
Why not?
Found the machine.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop.
Oh my god, this godlike. It's so annoying, like everyone's just calling me a godlike. Godlike, godlike. Oh, you're a godlike. Ooh. It's not a big deal. Trust me. Being a godlike, it's more like a curse. Alright? It's a lot of burden you have to carry. It's a lot of responsibilities you have to carry. It's not fun time, alright? It's a lot of work. They all think that being a godlike, it's like some kind of like blessing, you know. It's not. Believe me.
Giatta, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
Maybe I can help you fix it.
Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source.
You are an animancer. Can't you just animance one?
We can't make something out of nothing. We're still limited by our resources. I could use a large single block of Atra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
Well, I guess we have no choice, right? We have no choice. We have to do it.
Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
Well, let's go. That Atragon's heart isn't going to yank itself out.
Exactly, so let's go.
Welcome to my fine establishment.
Hold on. I need to charge my controller. There we go. Yeah, please save the game.
Ah, it's here.
Well, it's a long way to go. The hell is that?
Good. You finally showed up. I was worried you weren't coming. The name's Keeledge. Pleasure to meet you.
Whoever you are, I don't know you.
I can explain. Hilgard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man.
Are you a messenger or are you a spy? What's your mission?
Depends on the day. Hilgard told me to blend in, observe, and contact you. Now, I think I'm just supposed to wait and report back in a few days. I'm worried about drawing attention from Ludwine's crew in the meantime. I think they're up to something.
Aren't they always?
I suppose, but this seems worse than normal. I think the scale of their operation is dangerous.
If you're in danger from Steel Garrote, you should leave.
I don't think my superior will be pleased if I just run off.
Have you considered lying?
Good idea. I'll think of something. Thanks, Envoy.
I certainly have a bad feeling about that Ludwig.
Mine now. Not bad, Marius.
Someone out there? Hello?
Who's calling? What happened to you?
Please, I need... You're the Adiran envoy. I'm fine. I just need a moment. I've spotted a number of your people out in the forest. Steel Garrote, I assume? Please, just continue on your way. I don't need your help, envoy. Neither does Fior.
Allow me to give you a potion to help you get home, please.
Fine. Sorry. Thank you. This should at least get me back to Fior. Thank you, envoy. It's possible I met the one good adherent today.
You see? You see? I'm a good man. I'm a good man.
Thank you again for your help.
So we need to retrieve this Adrigan heart. I figure it will be some sort of a beast or something that we'll have to fight. Let me see something. Hold on, let me save the game. I'm surprised that we haven't encountered yet. I mean, we did encounter her at the ambassador's place, but I'm surprised that we haven't encountered Ludwig yet. She is, there's so much mystery about her, about Ludwig. But definitely, I'm sensing some sort of a evil presence about her. Even my voice was telling me, I mean the voice of the godlike voice spirit, that there's something about her, that it's sinister and evil.
Last legs. We got them all.
Leave something alone long enough, the living lands will take it back.
Here they come. This one's mine. One moment. I can't.
Damn it. This is not going to be easy. It's a good thing I saved my game.
You ever get
Hold on.
the feeling something doesn't want us here? Here.
Part of me loves seeing nature reclaim these ruins. Another part thinks nature needs to calm itself.
Let's go. That's more like it. I can't. Look to your left.
Damn it. It's not going to be easy.
They come with your left. That's more like it. Behind you.
We don't have to fight these guys. I mean, come on.
Not looking good.
No! Jesus Christ.
You're a good friend. Show me what you got. On your right. That's it. Take him down. Nice right. Back in the fight. On your right. That's it, money. You left. Behind you. We'll get him next time. Here they come. Oh, no, you don't.
Enough of my kin have fallen this day. This ends now.
Not looking good. On your right. Grab him.
He's outside!
One more. You take lead. Where now? Okay.
Isaksa!
I'm about done. Come on, boy. Back on my feet. Now look at right flank. Thanks.
Oh man, this will be one of those hard levels.
Back. In the fight. Back in the fight. That's it for me. Back on my feet.
Isaksa!
Isang sabo.
Back in the fight. Back in the fight.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready, man.
I can't. appreciate it. Hands up! That's more like it!
Not ready.
Come and get down! Back on my feet.
man.
Take your best shot.
Isoksa.
Coming from the right. Die.
Give me a moment.
As soon as I can.
Now let's stay down.
Look like.
Isoksa.
Not looking good. Right. Right with you.
This is turning into Elden Ring, man. Oh my god.
Show me what you got. Take him down. On your right. Sit for me. Back on my feet. You take lead. Right with you. Here they come.
Isoksa.
This one's mine. Watch yourself. Left leg. One for you. Left.
Isoksa.
Unseen, unheard. Good work! Hold.
Oh, come on.
Isok Sabu.
Gotcha. Out of the way. Oh, I'm almost done.
Oh, it's too much, man. Oh man, I'm not ready for this. No way, dude.
Watch yourself.
No way, dude.
Coming from your right.
Let's get out of here, man. We can't do this. Are we stuck here? Oh shit.
Back in the front. Take your best shot. Here we go. Look to your left. Back on my feet. Next one's mine.
Isok-san!
Heal yourself.
Right behind you.
Die.
One moment.
On your right.
Isok-san!
Right with you. Back in the fight. Left. Left. Right flank. Heal yourself. You're a good friend. Is that all you got? Watch yourselves. Coming from your right. Not looking so good.
One moment.